In this video, I'll be sharing with you how to cut and sew this dartless corset with side gathers. To see the full video, please go down to my YouTube channel at Marky's Closet. To also join our online sewing community, you can also leave your message at the comment section. So to start, I've gone ahead to mark out all my basic measurements, which includes my shoulder to bust, under bust, waistline, and to get your hip point is 7 inches for a shorter person, and for a taller person go ahead to mark 8 inches. So after that, I got my gown length, which is about 35 inches, and I added 1 inch for my folding allowance. So next, I'm going to mark my shoulder divided by 2, which is 14 divided by 2. I marked, went down by 1 inch. I'll connect for my shoulder slope. Now to get your armhole or your chest line is your bust circumference divided by 6 plus 1.5. Mine is 7 inches. I made a mark at that point, and I'll mark back my shoulder and go ahead to draw out a straight line. I'll be marking my nipple to nipple divided by 2, which is 7 inches divided by 2. I have 3.5, which will serve as a guide, and I'll draw out a straight line. So after this, I went ahead to draw out a basic neckline of 3 by 3 inches, which will serve as a guide for this pattern. Now, I'll divide the rest of my shoulder and I'll mark, connect it back to the nipple to nipple line. Next, I'll come down by ½ inch from my chest line and go in by ½ inch. This is for my corset bridge, and I'll draw out a straight line. So after marking this, I'll go up by 1.5. Go ahead to use what is okay for you. You can use 2 inches also. So from that point, I connected it to the center. Here I marked my nipple to nipple divided by 2 plus half, and you're going to connect. So I'll just go ahead to draw out my armhole curve before continuing drafting my pattern. So after I'm done drafting that, I'll go ahead and reconnect my cup. So now I'll place my cuff drew and I'll reconnect my cup, stopping at that my nipple to nipple plus ½ inch point. So from there, I'm going to go ahead to also remark that to make it more visible, and I will be connecting my cup from that point to the under bust, and I will also repeat this. So later we are going to use this part to draft out our customized cup for the corset. Now you want to go in to mark your basic measurement. I'll mark my bust circumference divided by 4, and I'll add my sewing allowance. Mark my under bust circumference divided by 4, add my sewing allowance. Mark my waist circumference divided by 4, add my sewing allowance. Mark my hip circumference divided by 4, add my sewing allowance. Whatever you have on the hip, go ahead to take it to the lower part of your pattern. So now I'll just go ahead and connect this all the way to the lower part of my pattern, and I'll go ahead to use my marker to outline this to make it more visible for you to see. So after I'm done marking this out, I'll go ahead to start drawing out the